All right, I'm going to do my best to share more of a breakdown on how to hack closed system pumps with truly any flange arrangement that you want to use. So why would you change your flange arrangement when you already have a pump that came with something? Maybe you don't like the flanges. Like, for example, these are the pumpable flanges. Maybe you don't want to use these. These are quite pricey to replace as often as they want you to. So maybe you're like, you know what, I like them, but they're costing me a lot more money than I want. Or you're like, I don't like them and I want to use a different kind of silicone, or I want to use plastic. So you want to kind of keep your pump, obviously. You want to keep using what you like, but you may not like the flange arrangement. That can go with seriously any of them. So your next thought might be, well, which flange arrangement am I going to put my money into? I would start with, what size bottles are you pumping into? Do you have an abundant amount of narrow neck, or do you have the wide neck bottles? So from there, I would suggest you're going to go with either a wide neck adapter or a narrow neck adapter. This is where it like just all falls into place. So let's just put this out there really quick. All of these pumps, I have the Spectra in front of me, the Opera, Pumpables Genie Advance. I even brought out the Zomi. And I just went to my happy wall of pumps and I just pulled a couple. I can pull them literally all out and I can hack every single one the same way. And that is because all of these pumps are closed system pumps, which means that they require a backflow protector. So the backflow protector, those can come in different designs. Generally speaking, you're gonna see the saucer-like one. These are both backflow protectors. One's a long stem, one's a short stem, or they just call it a backflow protector, but the other one is identified as a long stem. The other kind of backflow protectors you might see are these bucket ones. This is a backflow protector as well. So they're all doing the same thing. They're all stopping moisture from getting into the tubing and into the motor to destroy your motor is essentially what will happen. So considering that all of these are closed system pumps, you can use any one of these hacks for literally any of these pumps. All right, so now let's say you want to use a wide mouth bottle and you need a wide mouth adapter to pump into, and you could very well just get a regular Spectra flange, motive flange. There's the Nini supplies, the Maymom. As long as it says it's Spectra compatible, that's all you need to see. But I really like these because these you can connect to any other kind of flange, like a silicone flange. Maybe you like the Pumpin' Pals. So now you can hack this arrangement to any one of the pumps I just had in front of me. But all you need is this small short stem. That's what I should be saying. Short stem backflow protector. It goes right in the back. The tubing goes right into the back of the backflow. And now you can pump. And again, you can use this with literally anything. So now if you're like, okay, well that's cool, but that doesn't do me a whole lot of good because I have narrow neck bottles. Not a problem. I got you. And I'm in the same boat because I pump into all of these Medela bottles. So there's going to be two options here. And the other one, of course, there it is. So we've got these two here. I would recommend going with the one that has the cup shape in the back, just because I feel like this is more prone to breaking. I don't want something sticking up. So I do like these. This is what I would recommend. You're going to see this design with like the Medela Harmony, although not all handles are compatible with this shape. It does bottom out. So you're better off using what it comes with when you're talking about the Medela Harmony. But at the end of the day, these are both the same compatibility, but I wouldn't even really bother with this design. I would totally stick with this one with the cup shape in the back. It has the port for the suction right in the bottom there, and the long stem goes into the back of this port. Often I'll hear, what's the difference between these two backflow protectors? There is no difference. The only difference is what's obvious, and that's one's a long stem, one's a short stem. You can see also, I mean, clearly this isn't going into the back here, so it's really a dead issue at that point, right? But also this guy here is tapered. You can see that it starts out fat and goes up to like a more thin more narrowed point. So one serves a purpose for the one cup, and this guy serves a purpose for the other connector. Ultimately, at the end of the day, again, they are no different than each other. They are serving the same purpose. So all I'm going to do here, I've got my narrow neck bottle, my narrow neck connector, long stem backflow protector. This is a Lactec phase motion flange. Stick it right in there. I squeeze it, roll it in the back, and now I'm ready to pump. Or, again, I can go with the pumping pails, and I'm not going to put pressure, but you can shove it back in there, and then ready to pump there. Or maybe you have these connectors, but you like plastic flanges. Well, you can still use a plastic flange in that connector. So there's all of these to choose from. I would say that the two that I've shared, these two right here, are going to be your most popular that you're going to want to choose between. However, there are other options. If you find that you have a preference for the Baby Buddha flanges, or you do like the this would be like the Pumpables Genie Advance, or the Pumpables flanges, or the Legendary Milk flanges that come with the Duet and the Idaho Jones. They're all using the same flange. So if you find that you do in fact really like these, like the ones that have the plastic housing and the silicone flange insert, you could very easily, where did that darn thing go? You could very easily use these with the connection that goes with it. All you gotta do is take your pump that you want to be using with possibly this set of flanges. Maybe you're marrying like the Pumpables flanges with a Spectra pump. Like, who knows? You can seriously hack everything in every direction you want. All you would be doing is just taking the tubing off the connector, put the tubing from the Spectra or the Opera or whatever right onto here, and voila, you're good to go. There's going to be some other additional kind of hacks out there that I don't share a whole lot because they take proprietary, like special size duckbills and stuff, but there are other options out there that you can do all the same thing. So at the end of the day, if there is a will, there is a way. There are all different kinds of connectors out there. I just would be hesitant. I would just be hesitant because, again, like some take proprietary duckbills, and I like to keep everything standard. I like the Legendary Milk duckbills, and these can very easily go on to the Spectra. Like, this is the Spectra cutoff. It's not sold by Spectra, but this is like the Spectra style. It can go on the Medela narrow neck. So these are universal. I like to keep things universal. I don't like to have too many options, although obviously I have a lot going on here, but I know what I use when I am pumping, and that is going to be these two adapters with these duckbills and the correct appropriate backflow protectors.